In the last lecture, you have learned about variables in computer programming. In this lecture, you will be learning about strings. Before learning about strings, let's see what's the meaning of the English word string. The word string has multiple meanings. It can be a code or a thread, or it could be something related to music. If you look at the fifth meaning, it says string is a linear sequence of symbols. In computer programming, this is the meaning of the word string. So it is a linear sequence of symbols or characters. Now the next question is, what is a character? In simple words, in computer programming, a character is any symbol that is present in your keyboard. If you look at the keyboard, you will see all the English alphabets from A to Z. Then you will see numbers from 1 to 9 and 0. And you will see a lot of special characters like @ hash, dollar, etc. Typically, these will be pressed by pressing the shift key along with this number. And as we said earlier, any key in your keyboard can be considered as a character. A string is a set of characters. When you put one or more characters together, it will be a string. So it can be a single word, it can be a single character, it could be a meaningful word, it could be a meaningless word, or anything. Now let's see, how do we represent a string in Python programming? Let me open the command shell and go to Python Interactive. Now we are going to write a string into this Python program. To represent a string in computer programming, it has to be enclosed within a set of double quotes. And this is a double quote in a keyboard. And if your keyboard layout looking similar to this picture, you can press the double quotes by pressing the shift and this button. I'm putting a double quotes and I'm writing a string as hello world. And I'm pressing the enter key. So it will be printing hello world. Here in this Python interactive shell, we have represented a string which is hello world, and it is nothing but a set of English characters. So let me type few more examples just to make it clear for you. I'm just typing a double quotes. My name is Christopher, and ending with a double quotes and pressing the enter key. So here it is a string. I'm writing another string. How are you? Next, let's give a meaningless string. So I'm just typing some random alphabets and strings and ending with a double quotes. This is again a string. For the time being, remember that you can't give a double quotes within a string, because the double quotes is a symbol which is identifying a string by putting it in the beginning and the end of the string. Now, note that in Python programming alone, instead of double quotes, you can use a set of single quotes as well to represent a string. Say for example, if I am writing double quotes, hello world, ending with double quotes, or if I am writing single quotes, hello world, ending with the single quotes, both are the same string, but you cannot start with the double quotes and end with the single quotes, or start with the single quotes and end with the double quotes. But as a beginner, I would recommend you to use only double quotes to represent a string, because that is the most widely used form of string representation in almost every programming language. And the single quotes might not work in other programming languages, and when you start, you can start with a pair of double quotes to represent a string. In the previous lecture, when you learned about variable, you used variables to hold a number. Say you are using a variable named age to hold your age. So I'm typing age is equal to 15 and pressing the enter key. And when you type age, it will display the value of the variable age, which will be nothing but 15. In the same way, you can use variables to hold strings as well. To hold a string, you just need to assign that variable with that string. As an example, I am using a variable named name and I'm assigning a string to that variable. Let's say we are putting some name. To represent a string, I need to start the string content with the double quotes and write the string. So I'm just writing Christopher and end it with another semicolon and press the enter key. So at this point, the variable named name will be holding this string valued Christopher. So let's just display the content of the variable named name. Name, enter. So it will display the string Christopher. So note the difference here. When a number was displayed or when a number was given as the output, it was just putting it as a number 15. But when a string was displayed in the output, it was displayed with a set of single quotes. Now let's use few more variables to hold some strings. Greetings is equal to hello world, which is starting and ending with a set of double quotes. And if you type greetings and press enter, it will display hello world. So again notice that whatever was there between the set of double quotes, that is starting from here, ending with this exclamatory mark, was displayed here, or that is the string here. And let me show one more interesting thing. Say I'm just using a variable named A1 and I'm assigning with some numbers, say 15. And when you type A1 and press enter, it will display the value of the variable which is 15. And if I am using another variable, say A2 equal to, again I'm writing as 15 here, but at this time I'm writing it as a string. So I'm using a set of double quotes to write 15. Starting with the double quotes, I'm writing 15 and ending with the double quotes. So A2 will be a string 15. Now if you type A2 and press enter, again you will see the output 15. But you should notice that both these variables, that is A1 and A2, are not holding the same value. The variable named A1 is holding a number 15. The variable named A2 is holding a value which is a string 15. So both are different. Even though when it is displayed they look similar. One is a number and second one is a string. This will be more clear for you when you do actual programming and when you do some operations with these variables in the coming sessions. And finally, don't confuse a string with a sentence in English. In computer programming, a string is a blind set of characters that is formed by whatever is coming between a pair of semicolons. It can consist of a single character like A, or it can consist of multiple characters or multiple words, A folks, or it can consist of multiple sentences like this, or it can even be an empty string without anything in that, just by starting with a semicolon, giving nothing else and ending with a semicolon. Now open your command shell, go to Python Interactive and type some strings and also use some variables to hold this string and display those strings by typing the name of these variables. You can write your names, your family member's name, or whatever you would like to display. Always remember that to represent a string, you need to start and end it with a set of double quotes. Also, don't misunderstand a string with a sentence. You can give any number of sentences within a string, or the string can be as short as a single character, or it can be even an empty string without anything in that.